LucasArts don't exist anymore. Greetings, everyone! We're back with something new.
And by new, you mean old?
Well, yeah, very old. With the sequel to the hit game in 2000. I think it's 5 it came out. Knights of the Old Republic 2: The Sith Lords, which is too long of a title. Done. It's a sequel. That's all I got. All you now. Go.
I've never played the game. I haven't got a clue what's
What
happening.
is this Star Wars you talk about? Never heard of it. It's the sequel to... You remember Knights of the Old Republic 1 and all the talking?
Yes, I do remember.
It's going to get worse, a lot more talking since it's a very talky game. It's also a very dark game. Especially by Star Wars standards. Which darkest they ever got was... well, Empire, which wasn't really that dark. And they always go, oh, it's dark, but not really. So it's an RPG, just like it's pretty much the first game but better. It's also not finished because during development, LucasArts went, we want this out for Christmas, to which Obsidian developers went, it's not finished, to which LucasArts went, tough shit, it's getting released. So this game is one of those things where it doesn't really end, it just stops. It's like Metal Gear Solid 5, it just kind of stops.
Right.
Now, over the years, fans have basically modded the game back together again.
It is what we're playing here.
Yeah, we're playing the restoration mod, which adds not everything, because everything was done, but as much. When the game was released, they shipped all the cut content in the game, so people hacked open the game and, in the gloriousness of modders, put as much back in as they can. So it's better than it was at release. Much better. It still does jump around, especially when we get towards the ending. It does jump around a bit. There's not
Any particular reason you went with that name?
It's the canon name for the Jedi Exile. Well, in the proper continuity, the canon name for the Jedi Exile. So, yeah. Oh, it's the opening crawl. Which you're narrating the opening crawl, mainly to cover the theme song.
I'm narrating
Yes.
it, right? Fair enough. Star Wars!
There you go, Star Wars! It gets further away.
Yeah, we can just go wars for ages and ages and ages and ages and ages. I'm waiting for the crawl
Give
here.
it a bit.
I forget how slow the crawl is,
Yeah.
actually.
We got
The Sith Lords. It is a perilous time for the galaxy. A brutal civil war has all but destroyed the Jedi Order, leaving the ailing Republic on the verge of collapse. Amid the turmoil, the evil Sith, boo, have spread across the galaxy, hunting down and destroying the remaining Jedi Knights. I thought it said Jedi Kingdoms for a minute.
It's not a paragraph, it's a sentence, sorry.
Yeah, I know it is. Narrowly escaping a deadly Sith ambush, the last known Jedi clings to life aboard a battered freighter nearing the ravaged world of Paragus.
Let's see. This game's so unfinished, the opening crawl's not done.
Yeah.
All three of those.
I mean,
all three of those.
They are just sentences,
Yeah, all three of
right?
those
But
are
usually the opening crawl tends to be quite short, really.
Well, usually
None of them are that
it
long.
just seems like that should cover Disney's lawyers from descending upon me with armed squadrons.
But now, are you certain about that?
Hopefully, otherwise there's going to be some muting going on of the music. Because fuck you, well, fuck you YouTube and fuck you Disney. Fuck you Disney for many reasons, but instead fuck you YouTube actually. So yeah, this takes place 5 years after the end of the last game. You remember how the last game ended?
Yeah, we went for the canon ending.
Yes, we
didn't
went for the good side ending where...
I recognise that shit.
Yes, it's the Millennium Falcon. See, proof you can drift in space. Sorry, it's just... Yes, they're done. That joke was dealt with.
Primary power offline. Hyperdrive offline.
It is the Millennium Falcon. It's always broken.
Multiple hull breaches detected.
That's never a good sign, spaceship.
How far back is this set again? In terms of, like, Star
Several...
Wars canon?
Well, it's non-canon as far as we know these days.
Yeah.
But back in the proper continuity, it's several thousand. Long enough to have no relevance to anything.
That's what it was called.
Most of
Yes,
its crew
the
are
Ebon
dead
Hawk.
or dying.
As seen here by Nobleman, laying dead.
In
In your underwear, although you have shoes on.
Won't survive long without medical attention.
Oh, we've all been there. That was a hell of a party.
Hyperdrive is damaged. Main power must be restored in order to bring the engines online and dock with the nearby Paragus mining station.
Oh, we're under attack.
Much needed repairs. Your fate.
Is this like one of those usual sort of startup levels? It's kind of a,
Yeah, it's
a
tutorial.
where
It's
you
how
learn
to play
do
the
everything.
game. Although you can, hey, it's T3 from the first game. Hi T3. You actually have a character and personality in this game, other than just being a droid in the first game. And don't worry, HK-47 comes back later in full psycho mode.
I wasn't worried, I knew.
You knew. Well, there's more than just one HK-47. Well, kind of. First-person camera. Ooh, I do like how the first-person camera changes depending on the new character. The droids have like a droid vision. Sorry, I've just given a tutorial. Who'd care?
I've played this so many times.
I know, you can skip this, but this is part of the story. You've got to get the sinister opening where clearly we were under attack by something. Hence why we were in. Or they just let this place really go downhill. I love that adorable little. It reminds me of Starscream's kick from the Transformers movie. We'll compete with the noise. And it opens it somehow. Ooh, there's a red light. The ship's gone to the dark side. It's got a base and a red light. So, you know, and the hacking computers pretty much functions the same way. There are additions they made to the gameplay, but that comes much later when the plot kicks in. Here is just me fiddling. Ooh. Just me fiddling.
Gotta be careful doing that.
That's how it falls off. At least that's what my
This old woman appears to be dead. There is a key card on the bottom.
Aww, she's dead. Oh well, Jet's not the air.
You can hear a banging noise coming from
Why are we on the Ebon Hawk? You were there as, what's his name?
You'll find out later. It's one of those. You'll find out later. It begins with huh? Like lots of mystery, like what's going on. But you know, you'll find out later. Well, you don't really. This game is notoriously vague on most things. It's one of those, and it's really vague, and we have a friend.
That one seems to have gone a little bit too lally.
He's having fun. You can tell he's having fun. Like, yeah, I can do this. And you? 3CF. Yeah, don't care. Repair. Move. Thank you. Speed. Right, done. That's how I go through. Yeah, well, he'll last long. He'll last long. Damn it, it can't open. So yeah, you can hack into containers somehow. I'd say lockpicking, but I get. The Star Wars universe makes no sense. Just period makes no sense. Man, this place is really going down the shitter. Yeah, don't care. Right. We need something to blow a door open, which means going onto the top of the ship. It's like that scene in episode 1, where the droids fix the ship.
That's what the astromechs are for, though.
This thing, these are the precursors. If R2 is just there as a plot device, usually. Something's wrong, R2 will fix it.
That's literally what he's designed to do.
And now we're on top of the ship. Which does feel a lot smaller when you're on top.
Yeah,
you like it. It's a lot smaller. Also got a funny angle. Oh god. No, there's a hole in it. That is a mighty hole in that ship.
That's
a hole.
Well, there's your problem.
Something. It's like a mechanic. Like the wheel falls off. Oh, there's your problem right there. Thanks. I can tell you that. Dick. Yeah, so many parts. You can just rob the ship. These bits are not vital. Go on, 3C, whatever your name was. I forgot your name already. Other droid who's not me. Yeah, it's a mine. I know how it works. Speed is the thing. No, pick. And also there appears to be a missile rammed in it. That's also not good.
You can use the explosive device in this missile to...
Yeah. I can blow open doors, which I don't think you could do in the original game. Use mines to blow open doors. I don't remember ever doing it. Days with load screens. So, using the one we got. Put on door, stand back. Boom, door opens. The hyperdrive, the go-to plot point.
You won't be able to make the jump to light speed until until it is fully repaired, and you do not have the needed equipment here on the Ebon Hawk. However, you should be able to rig the hyperdrive to restore primary power
We're going for a duct tape
and
job.
bring the port engine online. This will allow you to dock with the Paragus
Just the
mining
if we
station
surely we had
for
just the
repair.
port engine online, we're just gonna go around in circles.
You'd think that, wouldn't you?
Let's get one. I've rowed a boat, and if you're in row one side, you just go around in circles.
Only one step remains. Return to the galaxy map.
You need to turn this ship off and on again. That fixes everything, as we know. Do. I love how he bounces.
This is the main hold.
Yeah, main hold. Ooh, I think the ship's actually bigger than it was in the original game. Slightly.
You can now plot a course to the
Yeah, sure. So galaxy map's the same. Only one location. Paragus. The mining facility. Where they mine fuel out of the asteroids. Because that's where fuel comes from. Gotta say, I love the soundtrack in this game. It's very creepy.
Yeah.
It's one thing
certainly
Star Wars
that.
never had, and this game has its atmosphere. Very oppressive atmosphere, the whole game.
A part of me wants to make a joke about space and atmosphere, but
Or space, no one can hear you scream, go for an alien joke.
The door to the storage compartment is being sliced. There is someone or something else
I love
alive
how-
on the
Why is the
Ebon
computer
Hawk.
programmed to go, or something? There are Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles out there ready to kick your ass. That is a nice fire effect. Sorry. We could have put a fight in here, but we didn't have the budget to animate one. That was the prologue. That's it. Now the game begins fully. In a Colto tank.
as it often does.
But yeah, they have face masks on. Like, I don't. Man, I can breathe underwater. It's just how awesome I am.
Awake.
Oh. Yeah, they have face masks on. I don't. I'm just gonna assume I'm now Aquaman. Well, not Aquaman, but
Yeah, I know what you mean.
we know we're gonna. Joke works.
Was it a joke? I didn't realise.
Neither do I usually. Oh. We've all been there, woken up after a long night. Or in our underwear in an unfamiliar place. Terrifying thought. Onwards! There appears to be no one around. This is the worst med bay ever. Not even a nurse on call. Well, if someone has an emergency. Well, there's a reason there's no one around. We'll find out later. But first rule of RPGs, nick everything. That's, well, just nick everything, right? It's okay. And if someone catches you, just go, it's okay, I'm the hero. I'm allowed to nick shit. Can't.
Yeah, because that's how things work.
Unless you're in an Elder Scrolls game, in which case you're not allowed to nick shit. They will fucking call the guards on you.
Still examining the survivors of the damaged freighter. Looks like it goes by the name of the Ebon Hawk. Only one survivor, placed in the Colto tank for recovery. The carbon scoring on the vessel suggests it was in a battle, but no indication of who fired on it. Couldn't get much from the Nava computer. I'm surprised the ship was able to make it inside the Paragus asteroid field without the asteroid drift charts. Aside from the lone survivor, we recovered an old woman. No life signs. There was also a protocol droid and a utility droid on board. Sent both down to maintenance while security sorts through the other items on the ship. It looks like the utility droid, a T3 unit, was able to get the ship working enough to get to the colony. We're prepared to...
Log
Could
to
be
actually
a
voice in this
Jedi,
game.
But we won't know for sure until we get the transmission back from the Republic. If the survivor is a Jedi, that would account for the recovery rate. But I'm more concerned that a Jedi here may cause trouble. Some of the miners, especially Corta, are already another accident today. A detonation in the ventilation tunnels. If the lockdown measures hadn't activated, the whole facility would have been destroyed. Got most of the injured to the Colto tanks in time, but the rest had to go to the morgue. One of the wounded said a droid caused the accident, but we couldn't get any specifics. Miners about the Jedi. A number of the droids have been acting oddly. And not even memory wipes seem to be fixing the problem. There was a detonation in another one of the fuel vents the droids were working in. We deactivated several of them and moved them down to maintenance. But we're still treating the plasma burns. That cuts us down to almost half shifts, and with the droids malfunctioning, we may not make the Tilo shipment for this month. Fortunately, the detonation didn't cause a lockdown.
Warning. There has been a fuel detonation in the mining tunnel. Emergency lockdown commencing. All personnel report to quarters and prepare for emergency venting countermeasures.
No! If the ventilation systems are malfunctioning, evacuate the medical bay! Everyone evacuate!
Oh. Fascinating. Oh, the rest of them are dead. Lethal dose of sedatives, eh?
Interesting.
We have a mystery on our hands of what's going on. Someone tried to kill us with sedatives. Those bastards. Or bastard. Or the female version of bastard. Hey, it's the old woman who's still dead. Still dead, we're fine. Ah! Zombie!
How can she not be dead?
Zombie, told you, we've never begun the zombie apocalypse.
Amongst the dead.
I gesture
Yes, I
one
had
for no
hoped as
reason.
much.
Do you get to talk
I
yet?
slept here too long and could not awaken. It may be I reached out unconsciously, and your mind must have been a willing one. Or perhaps you have been trained for such things.
You looked dead when I came in. I
Close
checked.
to death. Yes, closer than I'd like. You have the smell of the Kolto tank about you. How do you feel? I am Kreia, and I am your rescuer, as you are mine. Tell me, do you recall what happened? Your ship was attacked. You were the only survivor. A result of your Jedi training, no doubt.
Dare you say I was Jedi?
Your stance, your walk tells me you are a Jedi. Your walk is heavy. You carry something that weighs you down. So it would seem. Keep your past and let us focus on the now. I do not know. I was removed from the events of the world as I slept. A survey of the surroundings may provide the answers we seek. The ship we arrived in, the Ebon Hawk, must still be in this place. We should recover it and leave. We were attacked once, and I fear our attackers will not give up the hunt so easily. Without transport, weapons, and information, they will find us easy prey indeed. Even as I slept, I felt much unrest here. I saw strange visions. Mine was colored with fear. Now, everything here feels terribly silent. A last word of caution. I would find out as much as you can about this place quickly. I fear we will need to depart as suddenly as we arrived. You may wish to extend your search to some clothes.
You laughing?
If only to stop a first impression.
I'm expected to go.
No, I can't do that. You do that better than me.
No,
Mine comes up more Miss
I
Piggy.
spare you.
Well, it's still Frank Oz.
Yeah, but
Indeed,
not one character.
the
That'd
Jedi
be a very
trance
different
would
film.
protect one from such poisons. In fact, the sedatives may have been intended to keep you unconscious for some time. It would prove lethal to those untrained in such techniques, however. Most curious. And so do you. Perhaps we could discuss it at length later on. Now we have other concerns, among them finding our new enemy. I leave you to the explorations of this place. Here I will remain and attempt to center myself.
First quest, find some clothes. And, that was Kreia. Plasma torch. Yeah. Great for getting through doors.
Emergency lockdown overridden.
Overridden, I cut the door open. Also, in this game, you have weapon sets, so you can switch between them on the fly. Ha! Now I have a sword! Because frankly, we need more swords. Ah! Droid! One. In time, one hit. Thank you! Combat's the same, D&D style. Random number. Will always fuck you over in the long run. Combat. Oh, it's very easy in this game to become incredibly powered. These don't even draw. These don't even attack. These are mining droids, which explains why their aim is shit. Remember, it's the mining droids that went crazy and killed everyone, or possibly killed everyone. We don't really know yet. Something killed a lot of people. Hence the corpses everywhere. Door. Activator. More corpses. Yay, more. Oh, that's a lot of logs, right? Be here a while.
Alright, all hands, especially you, Corda. Listen up, because I'm not gonna say this again. The next one of you Juma heads to try and smuggle a blaster, or so help me, any sort of military-grade frag weapons into my facility is gonna take a long walk out the airlock. Why? Because in case you forgot, Paragian fuel explodes at high temperatures. That's what blasted that chunk out of Paragus 2 and created this asteroid field. So if I catch any of you with anything other than sonic charges or mining lasers, I'll burn you and your contract. Security out.
Is throwing people
And
out of the
according
air
to one of the miners, it was because one of the sonic charges went off prematurely. And like before, it was one set by a mining droid. The three idiots were grouped so close to the charge it might as well have been a grenade going off. The blast turned their bones to dust. The blast wrecked the internal components of the droid that set the charge, though, so we can't even dissect it to see what happened. I don't like what's going on here. Ever since that Jedi showed up, things are getting worse. It's not just Corda and his miners, or the fights, but now the droids are acting crazy. If we don't find what's causing this, or who...
Well, they're picking on you.
Well, everything went nuts the moment you showed up, so there's probably a connection.
You're in maintenance. Then maybe you can tell me what's going on with these droids.
Sir, I don't know. It's like their behavior cores are undergoing binary decay.
That's a hairstyle.
But I can't find the source. This shouldn't be happening.
Well, that's reassuring. It isn't happening. So the next time we nearly have a breach in the
Sarcastic
ventilation tunnels,
situation.
I can just close my eyes and pretend it's my imagination. You better give me some answers. I want to know the damage these droids can do if they start mining us instead of asteroid rock.
Sir, these droids aren't combat models. Their mining lasers are weaker and less accurate than blasters. I doubt those droids could even hit one of us.
Are you blind? What about the miners in Medbay? It's sabotage, and it started right after the commander said we weren't going to sell the Jedi to the exchange. So I want you to find out how these droids are being sabotaged. That'll tell me who's trying to clear a path to get that Jedi off the facility and stop him. In the meantime, make sure the security's armed with all the ion and sonic charges you can find. If those droids start coming after me, I'm gonna need more than low-grade mining lasers to take them down. Clear?
Yes, sir. Maintenance control out.
Idiot.
Idiot.
I installed an override switch to shut down any droids on this level, just in case someone locks me out of the administration console. As added insurance, I tied the override switch into the circuit to the holding cell. It'll make sure it can only be opened if all droids in the level are shut down. I doubt Corda or any of his men have
Only
the skill to
specific
pull
reason.
off something. But I'm not taking any chances while we're sitting in the middle of this asteroid minefield. Whoever's responsible won't be able to have the droids rescue him after I lock him up. Nothing will cut through that door. He'll be trapped.
Nothing.
I secured the stealth field generator inside one of the footlockers in the security storage room. If I have the specs right, the interface field should be effective against the droid's sensors. All I need to do is equip the belt and some skill with stealth in order to use it. As long as I don't get too close to the droids, they shouldn't detect me. If any more droids start malfunctioning, the belt should buy me enough time to get to the override switch I set up in the communications blister console. I'd rather shut them down than destroy them. I want to find out how these droids are being sabotaged, maybe even turn them against whoever's sabotaging them.
So, yeah, more plot. That fills in the gaps. Hey, we're on TV! Aww. Be droids in the next room.
It's quite a lot of plot, actually, wasn't it?
Yes. Hello, we have a survivor in the prison cells. Might have to go talk to him and get some answers. Still no clothes, though.
Be careful. There is much energy in the room beyond, yet it stems from nothing that lives.
Ah.
Can you not sense them? Reach out.
See
Cast
our
aside
wavery
your
filter
sight.
effect we put on the
Cast
screen.
aside what you see, and instead reach out with your perceptions.
Droids.
Ah, you can feel them. The droids you cannot perceive, but the small
I just saw
oscillations
them.
of energy that you can feel echoing outwards.
That is your "you should save the game now" warning.
Right.
Oh, everything is explained in this game, even why you level up and why you gain skills as you level up is explained in the plot. Hey, look, droids! This was a surprise to me. One.
You hear it.
No, not now, not now. Oh god.
But it is there.
Can we just later and not about to droid my face?
It is the Force you feel. It has not been so long as for you to forget. Do not turn away from it. Listen. Feel it echoing within you. Come. I shall guide you down the familiar paths. You will need it if we are to survive and escape this place.
So is she your guide, essentially?
Most of this game.
Or as she put it herself, you are my saviour just as I am yours.
Yes. Our career is infinitely quotable with all the things she says. Especially when she gives her spiel about charity. So yeah. The character of the Jedi Exile was a former Jedi who lost their connection to the Force because of reasons. And yeah. And it comes back as you level up. Which is explained why you gain abilities, even though you're already a Jedi and should know all this shit. See, they think of everything.
Yeah, they've got themselves covered, haven't they?
I mean, the first game it made more reasons as well because you know you were mind wiped by the Jedi, so you relearn everything. So yeah.
Is there not a similar sort of explanation as to why?
The other one, well, the first game, Reverend, spoiler alert, you play as Reverend in the first game. Spoiler alert for a game that's over. Shit, it's nearly, Jesus. 10 years old. Was mind wiped by the Jedi. Here it's you lost your connection for reasons we'll get into later. Which boils down to basically the Force equivalent of PTSD. Yeah, similar, but they give more explanation here rather than just hand waving it. They go into why. And like I said, it's the Force equivalent of PTSD. Or similar idea. Down the droid around here. Good day, sir. Clear a med pack to heal me. Oh yeah, right in the leg. There's a bit of skin that's actually on this though. Activate. So yeah, next time we will talk to our prisoner, find out what's going on with these droids, and most importantly, find some clothes.
Yes.
This is again, Atten, the man, will make a comment about us being in a state of undress.
Lovely.
So yeah, join us next time as the mystery continues.